As an international relations student, you may be familiar with diplomacy. But what is diplomacy exactly? In international relations, diplomacy is one of the most important instruments and we have to know it. But what is exactly diplomacy? When we hear the word diplomacy, many of us may think about ambassadors, embassies, or meetings between world leaders. However, diplomacy is much broader than that. Diplomacy is the process of communication, negotiation, and official interaction between state or international actors to achieve national interests while maintaining peaceful relations. In other words, diplomacy allows countries to solve problems, build cooperation, and pursue their goals without using force of war. Diplomatic activities are carried through diplomats, embassies, international organizations, and even various international forums where countries discuss issues and find solutions together. And now, why is diplomacy important for us? So,
Now that we know the definition of diplomacy, I'm going to talk to you about why diplomacy is important. The first reason is that diplomacy can prevent politics and wars. Throughout the history, many disputes between countries are being resolved throughout negotiations rather than military actions. Instead of resorting to violence, governments can sit together, discuss their differences, and find common ground. This helps maintain peace and stability in the international system. The second reason is that diplomacy has a political national interest. Every country has political, economic, security, and cultural interests that it wants to achieve. So through diplomatic relations, government can promote these countries while maintaining positive relationships with other countries. For example, a country may negotiate trade agreements that benefits to its economy to improve national security. Third, diplomacy promotes international cooperation. Today, countries are increasingly interconnected and dependent on one another. Cooperation is necessary in many areas, including trade, education, environmental protection, health, science, and security. Diplomacy provides a framework where countries can work together to achieve shared goals and address common challenges. The fourth reason is that diplomacy can build positive relationships between countries. Strong diplomatic relationships create trust, mutual understanding, and long-term relationships. These relationships can actually help to reduce a conflict between countries. Finally, diplomacy is essential for addressing global challenges. Issues such as climate changes, terrorism, pandemics, and migration affect multiple countries at the same time. No single country can solve this problem alone. Through diplomacy, states can coordinate policies, share resources, and develop collective solutions to global issues.
Moving on, let us examine the function of diplomatic mission. According to Article 3 of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations of 1961, diplomatic mission perform five main functions. The first function is representation. This means that diplomats represent their home country in the receiving state. They act as the official voice of their government and maintain communication with the host country. The second function is negotiation. Diplomats engage in discussion and negotiation with foreign governments on various issues, including political cooperation, trade agreement, security matters, and international disputes. Successful negotiation often help countries achieve their objective while preserving friendly relations. The third function is protection. Diplomatic missions are responsible for protecting the interests of their state or their citizens abroad. For instance, during emergency or crisis, embassies may provide assistance and support to their national in foreign countries. The fourth function is information gathering and reporting. Diplomats monitor political, economic, social, and cultural development in the host country. They then report this information to their government so that policymakers can make informed decisions regarding foreign relations. The fifth function is promoting friendly relations. Diplomatic missions encourage cooperation and mutual understanding between countries in areas such as culture, education, science, technology, and economic development. Through cultural exchange, and international partnership, diplomacy helps strengthen ties between nations.
Now, let us move on to modern diplomacy. In today's interconnected world, diplomacy has evolved significantly and is no longer limited to traditional state-to-state interactions. One important is from multilateral diplomacy. This type of diplomacy takes place through international organizations where many countries participate simultaneously. Examples include the United Nations, ASEAN, and the World Trade Organization. Through these organizations, countries discuss international issues and develop collective solutions. Another form is public diplomacy. Traditionally, diplomacy focused mainly on communication between governments. However, public diplomacy involves governments communicating directly with foreign societies and communities to improve their country's image and strengthen international understanding. There is also digital diplomacy, which has become increasingly important in the age of technology. Governments and diplomats now use social media platforms and digital communication tools to share information, engage with global audience, and respond quickly to international developments. Another significant development is economic diplomacy. In many cases, economic interests play a central role in foreign policy. Countries use trade agreements, foreign investment, economic partnerships, and development cooperation as diplomatic tools to strengthen their international position and promote national prosperity. Finally, threat to diplomacy involves non-governmental actors such as academics, researchers, NGOs, business leaders, and community representatives. These actors can contribute to dialogue, conflict resolution, and relationships building even when official diplomatic channels face difficulties.
Despite many benefits, the modern diplomatic also faces several challenges. One of the major challenges is globalization, which has increased in many years by connecting of the countries and made international issues more complex. Second is cybersecurity. It also emerges in a serious concern where cyber attacks, data breaches, and digital espionage can be threatened in national security and international stability. Third is climate change. Climate change is one of the natural causes that cannot be stopped by a human being or anything problems, because it requires countries to cooperate each other and reduce the environmental risks and promote sustainable development. In the past, there are global pandemics and has been demonstrated by COVID-19, and it shows how health crisis can quickly become an international problems that require coordinated responses. Today, we have one of the most problematic issues, that is the transactional conflicts, including terrorism and organized crimes that also demands some international cooperation beyond the national borders. Furthermore, there are rapid spread of misinformation. This information through digital media or influenced by public opinion creates tensions and seriousness into the most of the people that uses digital media, that creates a complicated diplomatic relations between countries. As a result, diplomats now today must be more flexible, more adaptive, and more capable of responding to much increasingly complex but global issues.
So, thank you for your attention. That is our explanation about the diplomatic laws. My name is Andhra.
My name is Syahrilla Asshyfa.
My name is Scyahira.
My name is Almira, and we're studying Oktora.
Bye.